Welcome to Paranormal Podcast. Today we have a special guest with us and he's flying all the way from London, especially for Paranormal Podcast. I think so. I don't know. His name is Bilal, aka Bilal, right? And he's a professional boxer. Let's say hi.
Hello, everyone.
So I just want to know, first of all, I saw your match. This is completely different from Paranormal Podcasts, but how do you feel?
I feel really good, especially it was my debut fight in Pakistan, and I was really excited. But I think it kind of had the nerves on me for the fight because I think it was my first time in Pakistan. There's a crowd, the pressure of fighting in my motherland for the first time because I really wanted to win. And I think the nerves kind of took over me. But it was good after all, it was a really good experience.
Well, let's get to the darker side now. There's another episode, guys, you should watch that. Completely about him, on how he feels and what he wants to do next and what you guys want to know as well. So now, with our podcast right now, we're going to be speaking about Paranormal Podcast, which is completely, the dark side. Could you please tell us what happened? What is your story?
I've got a few interesting stories to share with you. I'll tell you one really interesting one. Well,
okay, this happened where?
It's one of them. It happens in Kashmir.
No way. Okay, guys, he's from Kashmir, by the way.
So I'm from Azad Kashmir.
Shout out to Kashmir.
So basically, where I live in Kashmir is like a proper village. I'm talking about village life. So
I heard a lot about it. It's so beautiful.
The village is based in it's one of the biggest the jungles in the Kashmir and the Pakistan that connects Pakistan and Kashmir. Like it starts from one.
Is it like the India side as well?
India side is one that comes along to Kashmir, right? So it was one of my cousins was getting married. So we all, went to the village for the wedding, and me and my other cousin, we went to the town to get something, and so basically we're driving through a jungle which is like middle of nowhere. It's pitch dark after Maghrib time, no lights, nothing, completely quiet.
That's when it's actually scary, to be honest. And that's when they say it's the dark time.
And when I'm going to tell you guys the story, wallahi, I'm not making this up. This is actually true story. So I'm driving, my cousin sat on the front seat, and it's like off-road as well. It's not like a proper road. It's because we're in the jungle, and it's basically middle of nowhere.
It's like you can say a bit of a...
That place is that backwards when, during the COVID time, during the COVID time, people don't even know what the corona was.
Okay.
So you can probably sense what I'm talking about. They can't live in that kind of lifestyle.
No internet.
No news. So they're in a completely different world. I mean, they're happy. Yeah, there is internet.
Did COVID hit there?
Sorry?
Did COVID hit there?
I don't think so.
Is COVID real?
Well, guys, if COVID was real, it never got to that place. So I don't know.
Unless they never flew out of that place.
Yeah, imagine.
No one's been there.
Unless their immune system is too strong.
It is. That's for sure. Pakistani, definitely. Okay,
so back to the story. So we're driving and it's pitch dark, right? And we just got music on, not loud, and we're just talking, enjoying ourselves. I'm going around a bend, and the light hits on the bushes, right? Because we're in a jungle, right hand side and left hand side. We're in the middle of a jungle. So I see this little girl standing across from the road on the bend. And it's like literally little girl standing.
But you
there.
didn't think anything of it because it was a village side?
In the first sight, I didn't.
Yeah.
Because when I saw her, and she had a red scarf on.
Okay.
She was wearing red clothes. He looked at me. He goes, "Do you see that?" Like he's looking at me, and he goes,
"Oh, he knew."
Yeah, he knew as well. He goes, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Don't look," because we've heard many stories about the place and how the place is, and because obviously things happened there before as well. So I kind of had an idea of it could be anything. But my cousin, basically, he was from England, so he was not really experienced with those kind of things. So I didn't really want to scare him.
Okay.
But I could see him, he was shivering.
He was older than you or younger than you?
He was older than me, but he was shivering.
Oh, and he's driving?
No, I was driving.
Oh, okay.
He was on the passenger seat.
Thank God.
But he's more closer to that side.
That's more scary, actually.
So he's more...
Because he doesn't have control.
No. So I'm going around the bend now. As I'm going around the bend here, I'm looking at her, and she's just looking straight. She did not flinch. She did not move. Then for a sec, I thought, you know what? I thought it could be like little girl, and I thought about stopping, but I was like, nah. I was like, why would at this time in pitch dark,
9 p.m., 10 p.m.?
Around 9 p.m.
Yeah.
pitch dark, middle of a jungle, what would be a girl would be doing here?
Standing.
If she was with someone, she would
be
at
with
least
someone.
move, right?
Yeah.
She'd not. So, like, while we're just driving past, I start getting goosebumps. Literally,
cold-
I
cold
could see.
breeze?
You see my hands standing like
I
that,
know
I feel
that
that shiver.
I know.
Then I said to my cousin, listen, recite Ayatul Kursi, because obviously it's a strong surah. So I was like, recite Ayatul Kursi, and I recited and I blowed on him. And then I didn't look back. I carried on driving. I literally put my phone down on the off
I'm
road.
just looking at this is empty, right? Because you know she could be sitting behind you.
But honestly speaking, you know, when I think of that right now, moments I'm talking about it, and I'm thinking about that,
The situations that could have
I could get the
happened.
same feelings again. And
And
that night, because I was carried on reciting Ayatul Kursi, right? But I didn't really lose heart, like, you know. But I think he got kind of disheartened.
yeah.
And then he was really very ill that night.
yeah, the weak heart. Yeah.
Yeah, so we cried. He wasn't feeling well the next day and stuff.
So he got a fever.
Yeah. So we came home where I told my auntie about it, and she was like, yeah, it could have been anything, because there's a lot of stories about the, you know.
So
The people who live in the village, they've seen things, they've heard about things and stuff. Things happened over there. People seeing things, people hearing things. Apparently, once there were two guys on the bike. They were traveling somewhere, like, you know, late night, and they seen a girl sticking her hand out and asking for a lift. But when the guy who was riding the bike, he saw the girl's hand, but the guy was sitting on the back, he didn't. But when he looked at it, apparently there was no head, and he crashed the bike.
Ooh, guys, look behind you.
So that, listen, can you imagine you're living in a household which is haunted?
You did?
I do.
No way.
I do. In England, where our house is haunted.
His feet is straight, guys, in case someone asks. You know those commands might come. Did you check his feet? Did you check his feet?
Yeah, they're straight on there. Yeah,
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. So what the hell? What
so our
happened?
house in England is haunted, basically. We've experienced many things. It's just like things getting misplaced all the time. Like my little nephew, he's autistic, so we don't really allow him the sugary stuff, like, you know, sweets, chocolates and stuff. But every night, he's only young, and every now and then when he walks around the house, he comes back with a sweet or lollipop in his hand. So it's really strange things like that. But two really strange things that happened with me, which I witnessed. First was me and my brother were standing in our kitchen, and through our kitchen door in the hallway to the main entrance, you could see straight through because of glass door, and the whole hallway light was off. But somebody with the same figure as my nephew opened the main door, and he walked through, and on the right hand side there's a front room. So they walked through the main door, and they walked into the front room, and my obviously brother saw him walking into it, and he thought it was his son. So he called him out. He goes, "Hamza, can you listen?" And he didn't reply. Obviously whoever walked in, it wasn't him, obviously.
Oh my
So
God.
they didn't reply.
You heard about? By the way, I heard a lot about these. They're called shapeshifters.
Shapeshift-
Check it on Google.
Yeah.
It's true.
And he called him again by his name and still didn't respond. They didn't look back or anything, and went into the room, right? So he like shouted, obviously, because I'm calling you, Hamza, why you not responding? So he followed him through. I mean, he went into the front room, and when he went in, there was no one there. He turned the light on.
This is the
And-
same house you're living in now.
The same house I'm living
How
in
the
now.
fuck do you
and
stay
and the
there?
same person, and like whose figure he was, took into. He was upstairs in his room.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah,
when his dad
he doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know
so he
what
didn't know what happened.
No,
So
he
his dad
doesn't.
went into the room and like called his name,
Why'd
and
you
he
come
came
out?
from upstairs.
It's like, I'm upstairs, bro. What you talking about?
Yeah.
I heard
Secondly,
a lot about these stories.
there's once midnight time, we were sleeping, literally 3 in the morning. I heard this scream of a girl, like a really loud scream. Like it was something like that. Someone, you know, when someone like comes in your ears and they scream like loud as you can.
That loud.
It was so loud, yeah. I could like after my ear was ringing. Like
What time was this?
it's about 3 in the morning.
You
So
know,
I got
I'll
up.
tell you what. Now this, because I've
Yeah.
taken a lot of interviews of paranormal, and this story matches 9. That's why I asked you at what time, because if it happens at 3 a.m. just before Adhan, it usually means wake the fuck up and do your namaz.
Bro, it was strange though, because
That usually
It's
happens
like-
before namaz.
Because obviously it's my room, my brother's room. Then we go, no, yeah. So basically, our house, the rooms are like in a U shape. So we go room there. And obviously,
It's
you
like
know,
the Squid
in
Game, huh?
England and then in UK, America as well. So the property inside that, they obviously insulation is not that good. Sometimes the sound, it's not like as really built strong as they. I mean, home in the PK, where the cement is concrete so strong that like sound doesn't go through and stuff.
Not in
So
Pakistan.
obviously that you can hear things. You know what I mean? So somebody screams through my ear, so I got up, right, and like freaked out, turned my light on, I looked around, like, what the hell was that?
Maybe it was a dream.
It wasn't, because I thought about that first as well. I thought maybe it could have been a dream.
Because usually that happens. Someone falls asleep for a millisecond and wakes up because of the scream. Because you were not ready to sleep.
But it wasn't though, because I literally then after for 5 minutes, I got my water. I had water, and I was like, was that a dream? Was that just literally someone screamed in my ear?
No.
I was thinking about it till my niece knocked on my door.
Oh, she said she heard it.
She goes, Mamu. I was like, what? She goes, are you awake? I was like, yeah. She goes, she came in. She goes, did you hear that?
Oh.
I was like, hear what? Because sometimes, when we experience these things in our house, we don't really share with the kids because they freak
but
out.
she heard it first.
But she goes, that they screamed. They screamed. I was like, what scream? She goes, did you hear the girl screaming? I was like, what? Did you hear that? She goes, what? Did you? I was like, yeah, I did. And she goes, my ears are ringing still.
Ow.
I was like, my ears are flipping ringing.
I think mine
still.
is ringing now.
So at that moment,
Made you believe it.
I believe, it was not a dream.
Yeah,
that was definitely something really weird, because it was, honestly, bro, it was so loud. Like, it's just something different. Then my brother came out, he woke up, and he was like, yeah.
Did you ever believe in
definitely
this before this?
What that?
Like believing in ghosts before?
Yeah, of
actually?
course, yeah.
You did.
Of course, we believe in ghosts, because obviously in Islam,
There are a lot of people who don't.
yeah, I agree. A lot of people.
My brother, Michelle, he doesn't.
Muslims still believe they don't exist. But the thing is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He has created two different
Species.
yeah. One is that the ghosts, the jinns and stuff, and the one is us, right? And it's also mentioned that we shouldn't be scared of them. And it's opposite.
Yeah.
They're scared of us because
it's
they
the
see
same.
us as an opposite creature, and we're scared of them because we can't see them, because they can see us.
That's true.
So that's why when it says in Islam that we shouldn't be scared of anything apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why Ayat al-Kursi is one of the strongest surahs out there that keeps you protected. Before you go to bed, if you recite Ayat al-Kursi one time, Bismillah, recite Ayat al-Kursi, you blow it on you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends an angel to protect you the whole night.
I didn't know that.
So that's what I do. Before I go to bed, I recite Ayat al-Kursi, blow on me, and recite the sleeping surah, and that's how I sleep basically.
Well, we're here to call the jinn, not scare them off.
Yeah, but there's actually good jinns as well, though.
There is. That's the one in your house who's giving those. I wanted to say who's giving those sweets to
Yeah.
your.
No, but
they're actually good ones. They're helping your brother.
in our house, we never experienced anything bad. Like they
You
never
won't,
harmed
because
us.
they're kids. The ghosts are also kids.
Yeah.
I had the same thing in my grandmom's house, and she was taking care of 4 to 5 ghost kids, and she used to keep food, and they used to go missing, and she kept toys, and she used to close the room, and she used to give them toys and change. Like she used to keep everyday food and toys there, and they used to.
That's it.
That's how it was. And when she opens the door, no one's there. When she closes it, they can hear kids like playing around.
So basically, my little nephew, which I mentioned, is autistic, and he's mashallah, is very, very, very good looking baby, and he's very attractive as well. And we know that the genes at these kind of things, they do get attracted to people, and we actually really strongly believe that there is something that is attracted to him, or something's with him, because that little kid has a strength of 10 man.
I'm sure, bro.
I honestly believe
I'm
it.
sure. I'm not even joking. I believe that.
And
I believe that.
Sometimes when he, obviously when he's ill, and when we're trying to, give him some medicine and stuff like that, it takes 4 or 5 of us trying to hold him, pin him down, and we can't do it.
How old is he?
He's 8.
I have an upcoming boxer.
So,
or wrestler.
So we probably were thinking something could be attracted to him that is actually.
It is. I mean, whatever you said right now, when you said that he comes back with the chocolate, it just means someone's taking care of him.
Yeah, because he actually walks around the house, comes back with the sweet. And
he's been taking care of. He doesn't need you guys. He's like, man, you guys, man, I got my own ghost buddies.
Weirdly, because obviously he's non-verbal, right? So we hide things the sugary stuff.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
And somehow he finds it.
He's giving it.
Yeah, but I like.
Why don't you try putting cameras? We would want some footage from there.
You should do that. When I go back, put some cameras in the
Do
house.
that. You would love it too. You would love it too. You would love it too. You might not.
What if the jinn is here right now?
Yeah,
by the way, we have a name for the thing in our house.
No
so
way.
we call it jinni.
Jinni, was it
Jinni.
female?
Well, we believe so because it's attracted to my nephew, so we think it's a jinni.
Could be a male too.
It could be male too. So well, that's,
No homo.
unless he's a Pathan. Sorry,
Oh
guys.
boy, get him now. He's in Kashmir, bro. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to my show, brother.
Pleasure.
And thank you all for watching. Do subscribe, like, whatever you gotta do. Do that and follow him. He's having a lot of upcoming matches as well, and I'm probably gonna try to bring him back to Pakistan for another match here. So, cheers. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. And you guys can catch me on socials, Bilal Hanif _ on Instagram and TikTok. Give a follow and do support the journey as we're trying to promote boxing in Pakistan as much as we can.
And we're trying to
Stay
support
tuned.
Pakistan. Cheers. Allah Hafiz.